I'm back, and I'm better than ever. Got a knack for making things better. Face facts, 'cause your opinion don't matter. This a maniac is gonna step.
Hello there, guys. We are back. Welcome to the Backstage Brawl Podcast. My name is Kangar FM, and joining us today, we have BadjokesFM.
Hello, guys.
And we have Cautious Paul.
Hello.
No Curti FM this time, I'm afraid. He's entertaining, so he can't unfortunately make it. But speaking of Curti, the lucky sod has got tickets to WrestleMania next year. We're trying to convince him to vlog, so now we said it on the podcast, he has no choice. He is vlogging it.
Yeah, he's got to, surely.
Oh, definitely. So, we haven't been here for a while. I'd like to explain it. At the time for the last pay-per-view, that's the word. See, I can't get words out tonight. For the last pay-per-view, we couldn't all get together at once to record, and the thing that links us all together, the Bad Jokes, Cautious Paul, Curti, myself, is Football Manager. We all play Football Manager 2018. It's just come out, so we've been hella busy trying to get all that sort of stuff ready for our own YouTube channels. And with no pay-per-view in the middle, we thought, well, I'll tell you what, let's record just before Survivor Series, do a bit of a catch-up with everything that's been going on, because let's be honest, it's been a really, really busy few weeks, and shoot the breeze all about it. So, what's been happening? One of you two speak now.
Well, what hasn't happened in the last month or so is, I think, it'd be a shorter list, wouldn't it?
Indeed.
Yeah, Survivor Series got announced, and at first I wasn't really that excited for all the matches, but now they've changed it all up. I'm actually genuinely excited.
No, I agree. They kind of went. They've seen that changing things up late in the day at TLC was popular, and they seem to be following that for Survivor Series. They're going down the same route. So, no, it does look quite an interesting pay-per-view this time.
Exactly. So, before we get into everything that's been going on, let's do the things that's sort of the most recent in our minds. So we've got Raw and SmackDown for this week, the go-home Raw and SmackDown for this week. I take it you guys saw it in some capacity.
Yep.
Yes. So, I'll tell you what, should we go through Raw first?
Yeah, go for it.
Okie dokie. So, it's quite difficult because, I mean, apart from the Jason Jordan situation, which, okay, has led to Triple H being the sort of taking...
Yeah. Wow.
All I had to do was say Triple H, and I could just feel Cautious Paul getting angry. You could feel it. But, yeah.
I'm all right.
No, go on. You have your rant.
No, I'm not gonna. I mean, what could they do? It's Jason Jordan, but the whole thing, when he comes out, I mean, fair enough, he comes out, but what was going on when he pedigreed Jordan? I mean, Angle, meant to be his dad, just stands there, just like, he knows what's away to happen. Like,
Yeah.
You know what's coming. You've known this guy in kayfabe, you've known this guy for almost 20 years. You know what he's like. And you just stand there and let him wander up to your son and pedigree him, and then just kind of look. Oh, I'm shocked by this development.
It was pretty. It wasn't great, was it? Let's
It's
be honest.
utterly
awful.
crazy, and it's classic Trips for me. I mean, I went through the Trips reign of doom in the early 2000s, where it was all about
God,
the game.
yes.
And I mean, the stuff he's done with NXT and all that sort of stuff. Fine, but he's got the bug again. He's been doing the shows in Europe. Suddenly, he's now booked against Roman Reigns coming up on a house show. He's booked against Jinder on the Only Indian show, and he's booked in the main event of Survivor. I mean, the guy is—it's ridiculous. Great wrestler, fine, but gee whiz, the guy loves the sport. I mean, this is like Hogan levels of loving the spotlight at this point. So,
well, he's still a draw. Is he still a draw though?
Well, is he? Is he still?
He's in the right story.
He's in the right. But I mean, well, we were discussing before coming on, guys like Rusev, this, that, and the next thing. Do they even get a chance now? I mean, would a Roman Reigns Finn Balor match be better on a house? Or I just don't. Does it need to be Triple? And that's what's
It
marketing
doesn't.
the house show is it's Triple H, Triple H.
It's just it just isn't how you build stars or anything at all.
Yeah, it's looking like the men's traditional five. I can't speak. It's fuck's sake. It's
The
starting
men's traditional 5-on-5.
yes, the men's traditional 5-on-5 is looking like. Wait for it.
Elimination match.
That sounds like Santino. Jesus.
When a Scotsman speaking better English than you, you're in trouble here.
I've not even had any booze. I can't even blame that. I'll go with tiredness. The traditional 5-on-5 men's Survivor Series match is looking like a part-timer's paradise. There we go.
Yay.
Now off you go. Speak. For I'm gonna go. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Just go.
Go for it, bud.
What do you do with this main event? What on earth do you do? How is Randy Orton one of the youngest people in this main event? Yeah, it's ridiculous. Everybody in this match is so old. Even the new guys that are on the SmackDown team. Bobby Roode, he's not the youngest. Who else is on there? Nakamura. Hello? Yeah, Nakamura, he's not. How is he on there? It's just awful. It's just terrible booking. How do you get from here to WrestleMania next year, trying to build up the next generation, the next year or two of stars?
May I interject with something on this one? Because it's a catch-22 here, because we've just been talking about Jason Jordan being kicked off it, and okay, yeah, he's a youngster. He's okay, but he's just been booked badly, or he's not very good at it. Speaking of Jason Jordan, I was on Squared Circle earlier on today. This is where I get all my information from, guys, by the way. Squared Circle, and there's a sound clip of Booker T basically burying Jason Jordan.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you've heard it.
He's done it for a few weeks actually.
He does.
Hammers him, yeah.
He hates him.
He's just like, he's basically going, I just don't see anything in him. You know, if you've been given the spot you've got and you're not, and no one's even, I can't even see a Jason Jordan sign in the crowd, then, this is, you're not doing your job properly to an extent. And technically he's right. But then it's whether he's being force-fed everything.
Yeah.
And whether there's any of his actual character to be able to play it. I don't know.
I mean, if he doesn't turn heel now after what happened on Raw, it's kind of. I mean, I don't know if my dad just stood there as I got pedigree. I'd kind of be a bit peeved about the situation. But getting taken out of the match, and
oh my god,
he's got all the ammo under the sun, and nobody likes him anyway. So
I've just had visions of Jason Jordan getting involved in the match.
That's literally what I've just thought.
Oh my god, no!
He shows up at the end and Sane pins Triple H or something.
Oh no, that's it. No, what it's going to be is he's going to go and he's going to, I don't know, do something to Trips or do something to Triple H, interfere in the match. SmackDown are going to win because of it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's going to disrupt Orton. He's going to disrupt him, and Orton's going to RKO him again, get him out. There we go. Fantasy booking
101.
In it. Yes.
But I mean, it's a good. I mean, the characters in the main event are excellent, but like you're saying, bad jokes. There's no long term thinking. But I think with Survivor Series now, there rarely is. They start the road to WrestleMania at the Rumble, it seems, and the last few Survivor Series and then December pay-per-views don't seem to really have any effect on what comes after it.
Does anyone remember Ziggler?
Exactly.
Survivor.
The Authority are gone, and then a month later they're back.
Yeah.
And the Brothers of Destruction tagging up out and like Taker's 20th anniversary of the Survivor.
That was what it was about, though, wasn't it?
And then it's
and even last year, Lesnar v Goldberg.
Yeah. I mean,
why do that match?
That's one of the few that actually went on, but that's because because they fight limited dates, I suppose. It kind of.
Yeah.
But everything else, I don't think there's anything that'll carry on after. I'll be so, I'll be irate, is if that on Raw, after all this, they mention it just briefly and then they move on. Like all this brand war is just. It was a 4-week build for a pay-per-view, right? Bye. Thanks for that, and it's just forgotten.
But that's what it'll be because all it is bragging rights. Say if Raw win, which they're going to. Let's be honest. Shane will come out and then they'll shake hands and go, "Congratulations, the better man won," and then we'll all wave bye and then go to our own thing, and then Daniel Bryan will leave. That's basically it. But going back, I mean, what do you guys think the build up in total for the 5-on-5 with the hashtag Under Siege and Under Siege 2, the sieging and all the siege situations? I mean, what do you guys think of it?
It was pretty cool.
I really liked it.
Yeah, it was
I really
different.
enjoyed all of it. Yeah. It almost felt like the old Invasion from back in sort of 2000, 2001 sort of levels, where like you had no idea what was going to happen, whether there was going to be anything interesting happening. I mean, we had a title change over the back of that. We had the bar picked up the tag titles off the Shield, off the back of that.
I like
really
the Uso Reigns hesitation before Ambrose and Rollins jumped in.
Yeah,
that was quite nice. Yeah,
that was cool. And also in the first one, I liked how Gable went straight for Jordan.
Yeah,
and people were. I read Square Circle as well, and they're like, "Oh, why would he do that?" And it's like, well, that makes perfect sense.
Yeah, exactly.
He left him in the lurch.
It's the little details that I really like, just those little tiny details. But then you have, if you're right, we're going over to SmackDown for this week, right? Did you see the quote unquote pep rally that Shane did?
Yeah, that thing at the beginning.
I spent the whole time watching Baron Corbin for some bizarre reason, and just. I can't, because bear in mind, Baron Corbin as a character is the definition of an arsehole, or an asshole if you're American, whatever. But seeing him like tapping his belt going, yeah, we're going to destroy Raw. We're going to do it for the blue brand. I'm like, oh, God. I can't. It's just cringe. It was so cringy.
It wasn't. It was literally 2-3 months ago. He was going, I don't care about anybody else. I care about you. So why now, all of a sudden, is he going? Oh, I really want my brand to win. And also, if we talk about SmackDown, why have they not been talking about that match on TV, Miz and Corbin?
I had to look it up. I genuinely didn't know. It's like I checked the card earlier today. And went, Corbin and Miz. All right, fine. And I genuinely had no idea of that. Just one thing though, going back to that pep rally on SmackDown, the only two people keeping kayfabe alive. Owens and Zayn, who stood at the back, just dead-eyed, said and did nothing. Just thinking about it, we haven't spoke about Zayn and Owens because we weren't here
when that happened. I wasn't here for Hell in a Cell, no.
That was incredible. I'm so loving Zayn as a heel. I love Zayn as a heel. It's so good. It's just refreshing. It's just nice to see him have something to sink his teeth into and go with. It's brilliant. He needs it.
He does it, and the thing is, he's doing it so well because his actual character hasn't changed. He's just amped up.
Oh yeah, and he has legitimate reasons to be a heel.
He does.
He has a legit reason to go. You know what? Fuck you. I don't want anything to do with you anymore. You know, I'm just gonna do my thing with Owens now. See ya. And with his stupid little dancing around, I love it. I just think it's brilliant.
His dancing is amazing.
It's arrogance. It's swagger, not Jack Swagger, just swagger, and I love it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
For some reason, I've just been brought back to the memory of Jack. Remember when Jack Swagger came back to SmackDown for one promo and left?
Yeah.
That was so funny. Sorry, that just sort of came back to my memory all of a sudden, where I went, oh, Jack Swagger signed to SmackDown. Cool. And then he came into the ring and went, yeah, Jack Swagger's on SmackDown, baby. Woo! And then, like, lost to whoever it was, lost like Titus O'Neil or Apollo Crews and was never seen again. Released shortly after.
Yeah.
Anyway, moving on from that debacle. So we had the first siege where, when Shane brought a load of SmackDown guys in and girls, and they went through basically and destroyed everyone in the back area. Shout out to Dana Brooks, able to run in heels because nah. Apparently that's a thing that you can't do, but she did. What else happened during that time? I'm trying to remember now because it was a few weeks back.
I'm trying to remember as well.
Oh no, I'm putting you guys on the spot here. I'm sorry.
They all came in. They all went sort of around the back, beat up the Shield, dragged old Kurt back out to the front.
That's what.
Exactly.
Yeah. And Kurt was doing the worst impression of trying to get away ever.
Oh no! Stop! Don't let it go. Kurt's all right. Okay, I'm really enjoying Kurt as GM, but he's like a cartoon character. It's just it's more because it's because of the way, because of, like, I don't know whether it's the sort of situation he's had in the past, but it's because of his age. It's because he's aged to an extent. His face has sort of changed quite a lot over the last sort of few years. And
it's his like body shape as well.
He looks weird. He
looks weird. It's like his legs
mechanically.
His legs
like
is kind of
I
bent
know.
in a strange way. It's like,
and to be honest, that's years of substance abuse, years of injuries, and it's just the way it is. But it's just, it's very, very odd. He comes across as quite an odd character at the moment.
Good old Kurt.
Oh, we love him though. Anyone who can walk out the ring smiling and just pointing at everyone, going while they're singing "You suck" at him, and as a term of endearment, I love it. It's just nice to see. So, I mean, that's pretty much all you can really talk about on Raw and SmackDown. Okay, I mean, Charlotte won the belt, and Ric Flair came out. Ric Flair, bless him. I call it 30 for 30. Is the ESPN documentary, and oh boy, that was tough viewing. It was hard to watch that, and seeing Charlotte sort of how she has sort of forged this relationship with Rick off the back of Reed's death, and it's just wow. And you can sort of tell that Charlotte's emotion, after watching the 30 for 30, seeing Charlotte's emotions when Rick came out on SmackDown, that was genuine. Her emotion was genuine from that, and just proper powerful stuff, man. And so Charlotte wins the belt, fantastic, probably for the better, because Natalya did fuck all with it.
Yeah.
I don't hate Natalya, but she hasn't got a character anymore. She's not. I don't know what she does or what she represents. She's just an other wrestler now. It's sad to say, but she has no actual character or anything that she is, as far as I can understand.
I have never liked Natalya. I find her cheesy in the extreme.
As a wrestler, she's brilliant.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. I just think as a performer.
She was doing a fart gimmick, for fuck's sake, and still managed to make that work.
But I just don't buy into her at all.
No, that's perfectly fine.
There's a lot of the I'm a heart, and that should carry enough weight, but
yeah,
I don't know.
Never mind.
But she's been in WWE what 10 years now, and that's still all she's known for.
More than that, she's been there a long time.
Wow.
She's been there a really long time. Yeah. I'm sure it's more than 10 years.
Probably. Probably. That's a very quick estimate.
Yeah, I'll tell you what. Audience, tell us.
2004.
Is that your intelligent voice?
I've got to try and sound intelligent.
I've never heard that before.
Exactly.
I'll tell you what, audience, if you can tell us, you win a hug from us. So, during SmackDown, we had the return siege, where Raw came down and Shane. I hate to keep going back to Kurt, but Kurt trying to look angry when grabbing Shane's face, it just looks ridiculous. I'm sorry.
It
looks ridiculous.
He just can't. He's kind of angry anymore. He's just far too happy just to be back there.
Oh, I know. I just want to give him a hug. I bet he gives great hugs as well. Bless him. I love
as long as he gives you a hug and he doesn't then throw you over his head.
No. I don't want a belly suplex off the back of that. No.
So where was Orton and where was Cena? And
Cena's at home. Cena don't give a fuck. Cena's like, cheers.
Orton especially, he's just like, the heck with it.
Orton on Y2, not on Y2J's, on Edge and I keep every time we do this podcast, I always end up plugging Edge and Christian's podcast. I say plugging it really like we've got anything sort of near the view of the listenership of them. Our 6 listeners compared to ENC's thousands. But yeah, when they had Orton on, I've got a lot more respect for Orton now. But it just has to be that if Orton's involved in an angle that he genuinely wants to be, he will give it his all. That's my opinion. But if it's something that he's not that bothered about, then it'll just be he'll just turn up, do his shit, and go.
Yeah, very much. Yeah, very much so. Because you could see it during the Wyatt thing. He was really into that. But since then, he's not had anything really.
Yeah, but even the Wyatt thing. See, the way that ended was so mad, though, wasn't it?
They messed that up.
I know, but when they were tag champs, him and Bray were like, you know what, this might last a little while, and then we realised, oh wait, no, it's the inevitability. Never trust the serpent. RKO. It's basically the different version of the Daniel Bryan thing, which still, I'm sure that's still the biggest pop of any sort of recent era when they were in the cage. Yeah, I think I mentioned that on the last podcast as well. So, a few other things that have been going on. Unless there's anything else you guys want to talk about on Raw and SmackDown from this week that I've missed in my sort of hazy memory.
Sorry to interrupt. I've completely lost you there for the last minute. I don't know what's going on with this.
Okay. Just to say, we're having a few tech problems here. By that, I mean, I think Discord, which is what we're using to record this, is playing up. So if things get a bit confusing, and I might have to do some editing, some chopping and changing, if that's the case, I'm sorry, listeners. In terms of... I've actually lost where I was as well. Okay, no, I remember now.
Yeah, we were just talking about Raw.
Yeah. If there's anything else you guys want to cover on Raw and SmackDown, I might do a bit of a rundown on everything that's been there's sort of a few of the major things that have happened over the last, month since we last recorded?
Yeah, nothing else major happened on Raw other than Strowman throwing Kane through the ring.
Oh, yeah.
That was quite cool.
Yeah. So I'm not buying the Kane Strowman feud. I'm just not, because I love Kane. I love Glenn Jacobs, not Kane. There's a big difference. Kane as a character, it needs to sort of go away now. I'm sorry, it does.
Just stop it now.
It's done. It just looks. It doesn't feel like Kane. It feels like an old man pretending to be Kane. It might be a bit harsh, I'm sorry, but it just sort of does. It's like when Kane was the last sort of reasonably good thing was when Kane was Corporate Kane, switched over a little bit to sort of the Demon Kane, and little very minor feud before the actual match with Seth Rollins. That was good. Yeah. But then it's just genuinely not fussed about any of it, except for the fact. Kane murdered Strowman, didn't he, in the last? Oh, no. That was Miz and the Bar that murdered Strowman. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was murder. Yeah.
That was murder, yeah.
Brilliant. I love that. Okay, so a few other things. We've had our releases. Don't want to sound harsh, but I had to be reminded by the guys in this group that Darren Young was released. Yeah, and I've had to write down my note to remember Darren Young. Legit.
Darren Young, great again.
Yes, there we go. Bless him. Summer Rae, which was kind of expected. They weren't doing anything with her at the moment at that sort of time. I think she had a few injuries, and then she just sort of wasn't able to sort of get herself back on the roster. She wasn't as popular as Paige, who is supposedly coming back at some stage. Was supposed to have been this week, but rumblings are that it all got changed at the last minute, and Bayley was put in place to be in the Survivor Series match. Who else was released? James Ellsworth was released yesterday. I'm kind of sad, but at the same time, I'm thinking, you know what? Fair fucks to you. You did really well. Considering he had managed to get a year and a half out of a 2-minute squash match. Fair play to him.
Not bad at all.
Yeah, he'll be fine now. He can now promote himself, ex-WWE superstar. I've had a great match with AJ Styles.
Royal Rumble competitor.
He'll be fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, there's so many sort of. I mean, Ellsworth's the butt of the joke, no question. It's like, I mean, No Chin Music. No Chin Music was brilliant. I was talking to the guys about this yesterday. No Chin Music, where he hit that on Styles, and Dean Ambrose went mental, and it was a proper near fall. I genuinely thought it was going to happen, and that would have been brilliant. It's like when AJ tried to put him in a chin lock, and it just sort of fell through. It's so good. It's just so good. It's so good. And bless him, fair play to him. He'll be able to be booked around the world. Fair play to you, mate. You did your best. And the other one that was released, which was Emma, which was, I guess that was the shock one, really.
Yeah.
Because
he's a shocker. That must have been a very, very late decision after that decent match she had with Asuka at the last pay-per-view.
Either that, or they'd already decided, and they went, this is your moment, make it last, so you can, try and use it to promote yourself when you go on the indies. And considering she's asking for extortionate amounts on the indies, according to Meltzer anyway, she's asking for what, $2,000 $2,000 a show or something like that? 1.5, $2,000 a show. But I mean, $2,000 a show abroad is sort of average apparently for sort of guys who are ex WWE. But like $1.5, $2,000 for a show in America, you're like, nah, not going to happen, really. But yeah, it's a shame to see Emma go. I mean, she is technically right. Her and Paige did start the Divas Revolution, the original version of it. Their matches in NXT were phenomenal. And, her debut on the roster with Santina, making her a bit of a goofy character. Fair play. It did all right. The heel turn and the supposed refusal to do the Emelina character properly may have sort of contributed to her not staying on. But, I mean, if you're given a choice out of Emma or Alicia Fox, or Emma and, Tamina Snuka, I'd pick Emma every day.
Emma, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Day.
As a technical wrestler, I'd pick Emma every day.
I'd pick any women's wrestler above Tamina Snuka.
She's not bad as a heater. She's not bad as like to an extent of even a valet, fuck's sake. She's not that bad as that, but not as a technical wrestler. She's going to be first to be eliminated in this women's SmackDown, not the women's Survivor Series match. Let's be honest. Okay, other stuff. We've had the mumps. Yes, the mumps happened. And everyone got sick. Well, there's no really point in going over that now, thinking about it. It was so long ago now. The title change. AJ Styles.
Yes.
Oh, so good. We're going to obviously come onto this a lot when we talk about Lesnar versus AJ as part of the card, but wow. And what was it, the first time in 58 years or ever that the WWE title was changed hands in a different country?
Yeah,
and fair play to WWE to trusting the UK crowd to be able to pop so well for that.
And they did.
Oh, they did.
They're so loud. Thank you for that. That was what a decent match it was as well.
Oh yeah, no question. He sold hard for the Colossus as well, and he can make Jinder look like $1 million. He's such a good wrestler, and he fucking deserves it. A wrestler with his character, of his caliber as well, deserves to be the main event. Not part of the main event, the main event, the attraction. Yeah. He's like honestly, in terms of ability and in terms of, he's a draw, definitely a draw. He sells merch through the back teeth. He's fucking good at what he does. So give him the title. If you've got Lesnar who's away all the fucking time, then you need at least one major title available at all, between both brands, and someone that's even as a face. Just give it to him, and they did. Yeah. And apparently it was a last minute audible, or not audible. It was a last minute change from Vince apparently that caused that.
Oh, well, no, he must have somewhat of his finger on the pulse for once.
Well, no, it was more a case of he realised that the SmackDown, or not, I keep calling it SmackDown because I keep looking at my notes and seeing SS, the Survivor Series card was looking quite weak.
It was,
and that sort of goes back to right at the beginning where you said bad jokes about the card looking weak to start with, but then sort of improving. Paul's been trying to speak for about 5 minutes, and I've been talking for way too long. So off you go, mate.
I'm not. No, I'm just listening. I keep fading out and back in. I've no idea what's going on. It's a disastrous connection evening, but that makes for at least you two are getting to speak for a change. But no, I love the AJ title change where that was quality. So watched it on a satellite, so it was live when I saw it, which was awesome.
Yes, I remember that. You mentioned me.
You saying that, yeah.
Right. To those of you that don't know, us three have our own sort of private Twitter DM thing where we all keep in contact. Kirsty as well is in on this. Paul's watching it and sends us a message going, "Oh my god, I'm watching this on satellite. You have to watch SmackDown tonight. You have to watch it. Fucking watch it, you bastards. Watch it seriously."
Pretty obvious what had happened.
And then it was obvious at that moment. Yeah. And then everyone was getting pissy about spoilers. Mate, I didn't give a fuck about it. Not about the change, but about the spoilers. I just wanted to see, I kind of had the impression that after what Paul said, he'd won it. Now I needed to have to see it. So it was of no effect to me. But oh my god, it's perfect. It had to be done. And it's great when WWE decide to go fuck it and shake it up a little bit every once in a while. Like when what was it? Joe beat it's either Joe beat Finn or Finn beat Joe on a house show randomly out of nowhere for the NXT title.
Yeah.
Shit like that. I mean, okay, you can't compare it to the WWE title changing hands, abroad, but it's just like things like that where they go, you know what, fuck it, change it. I like that, and it sort of gives the audience the idea that you have to keep watching because you never know what's going to happen, and that's what makes WWE entertaining. Is you have no idea what will happen next unless you're a smart and know that, quite frankly, it's obvious they're going to do this, and this. They sometimes need to change it up when they do, and they do it right. It's fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
I'm talking a lot tonight.
Yeah,
I've had a lot of Red Bull tonight. Sponsored.
Really?
Yeah.
Really? I'm not surprised.
Maybe a few nights of Coke as well. Why not? Fuck it.
Well, while you're at it.
I don't condone. I don't want drug use. So, one more thing, unless you guys want to go over AJ again. Any more on AJ?
No, I think you've covered it quite well. Was just awesome title change. So very, very glad it's now happened once abroad. So maybe now we can not expect it, but we can sort of believe it can happen more overseas now.
Indeed.
And will Mania come to these shows? In the next
Never.
years?
Oh yeah, the whole crowd was singing WrestleMania at trips. And he was sort of playing it off, There's a recording of it where he's singing WrestleMania at Triple H, and he's going, "Huh? What are you saying? Huh?" Just, I can't quite hear you, man.
It'll never happen.
It'll never happen. You might get a major pay per view, you might get one of the top four, one of the main four, but you won't get WrestleMania abroad. Just not going to happen.
Never say never in the WWE. Come on, believe. It
would be awesome. It would be amazing, and I would be there with bells on. But it would it's never ever going to happen.
Can you imagine though, us three and Curty at WrestleMania in the UK?
What a weekend that'd be!
Fucking hell, the amount of alcohol would be it'd be perfect. One day, guys. One day.
One
sweet day.
Okay. So we've covered that. We've got we've got Chris Jericho versus Kenny Omega.
Oh my days!
My God! Did you see the promo for it?
Yeah, I saw. Yeah, I think it was one of you guys sent it to us, and I watched it, and it was like, what a promo that was! Because that was brilliant, and that was it. That was all it needs to be. And then that match now is sold to so many more people than what it would be otherwise.
It's like New Japan are showing what absolute smashing records for profit at the moment, and it's all Kenny. It's all Kenny. The guy is Young Bucks, but them three are a marketing machine.
Young Bucks are.
Young Bucks do it. Yeah, Young Bucks are in charge of it all pretty much. And Kenny just turns up and says silly shit, and then says a couple of words in Japanese, and then everyone loves him. But to be fair, Kenny's fucking amazing, and it's going to be an amazing match. And I will watch it, legally or not. I will watch it because goddamn, it's going to be one of those. This is going to be incredible. I mean, a couple of guys I was talking to about it was saying, but Jericho's past his prime, and yeah, he is, but he can still put on a fucking wrestling clinic though.
He can. He is still very, very, very awesome. But his matches with AJ Styles Styles, but again, those matches they were really good.
Man of 1,004 holds.
Yeah,
do
exactly.
Anything, I mean.
He must have. He must have a few more by now.
Armbar.
So good.
Arm drag.
So I loved it. I watch. Yeah, okay. Jericho's up himself, but quite frankly, he deserves it. He's just very good at what he does. Okay.
That whole card's awesome. Like Okada, Naito, and it's got all Takahashi, Kushida, Ospreay. I mean, that's awesome. Yeah. Ibushi versus Cody.
It's gonna be awesome, isn't it?
It is. And
it's a genuine alternative. I almost said competitor. It's not yet. A genuine alternative to WrestleMania. Genuine.
I mean, the last couple have been fantastic. The stories that are told, considering there's big match after big match after big match, and they all tell different stories. Yeah. And you don't even need to have watched like weeks of programming before it to actually understand what's going on in the stories in the ring. It's told so well. It's very good.
Just little nuances in the ring that just make it just that extra special. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Well, back to your point, as you're saying, it's a genuine alternative. This is going to be the first Japanese pay-per-view I'll be watching, and it's all because of Jericho, it's all because of Kenny Omega.
Oh yeah, I watched the whole promo. Yeah, not the whole promo. Yeah, the whole promo. Why not? The whole fucking thing. I watched the whole thing. As Badger said, I've not watched the New Japan event. I've not watched one, but I want to.
I will be.
This I want to see because I think it will be fucking phenomenal.
You've not watched Omega? Oh, and
no. I've watched matches. I've watched Omega Okada. Yeah, I've watched that.
We're not heathens.
I was worried there. I was like, oh my goodness.
I just sat there with my mouth open going, oh, what? But yeah, it's incredible. It's like what got me into sort of watching bits and bobs of Japanese wrestling was Nakamura. And there's there was like a package on YouTube, which was Nakamura versus... Fuck, it's annoying me now. I can't remember who it is. Who's Gallows' tag partner?
Anderson.
Yeah.
God,
Machine Gun fucking Anderson Kenny. Fuck, I can't remember his name now. In my mind's falling apart. Sharpball.
Best name for a wrestler.
Machine Gun Anderson.
Machine Gun Anderson.
Kenny fuck.
Well, that's the name of this podcast. Shit. But yeah, there's like a 7 or 8 minute music-based package for that match, and it is just incredible. And that's when, Japanese wrestling is kind of cool. I like this. And then I joined Squared Circle and started looking at all that. And then, I get it now. Japanese wrestling's fucking cool. I want it. I want to watch more of it. That's basically my sort of route into it. I don't know whether you guys had the same sort of thing, but...
I've had sort of similar. It's similar. I've only really come into it like last year or so, since the Omega Okada like trilogy. That's sort of been my first insight into it, and just watching them matches, and now obviously seeing this and hearing everyone get so excited about the whole card. This is definitely something everyone has got to watch.
Definitely,
that'll be awesome. It will be awesome.
Question. We have a question. I don't know why I said it like that. Forgive me. Old Man Suda asks, I'm trying to read it. I can't. There we go. Can you see Owens and Zayn getting involved in the main match? Maybe screwing Shane over to cost Team SmackDown. I know this is completely disjointed from the rest of what we were talking about, but we just finished talking about Alpha versus Omega, and quite frankly, it was necessary. We had to bring it back at some point.
Yeah. Owens, I don't know. It's so difficult. It would be cool if they did, but then if they do, Raw wins. Who does that give the rub to for Raw?
There's so much interference type stuff or random stuff. I mean, it could just be a clusterfuck of epic proportions, this main event, but...
Tagline for it.
It could be... Could Shane get beat down before the thing? Because, I mean, he's been beat down at the end of SmackDown. I mean, he's taken a triple power bomb. He's taken a bit of a kicking. So he's already weak. Could he get beaten up? But because if you look at the card, if you look at him when he went up against Braun, he had no his punches and all that nonsense that he was trying to do to Strowman. It just looks horrendous. So why not have him get beat down backstage by unknown assailants who they accuse being Owens and Zayn, and you can make a storyline out of it, and then a last-minute replacement for the SmackDown team.
Nikki Bella.
Yeah, yes. They might as well. They're replacing everybody as it is, so they might as well. But
no, you're right. No. I see where you're coming from. I mean, they've built to an extent Owens and Zayn into this, so it would. Yeah, I can see why that would necessarily happen. I don't think it will, but I can see that. I mean, it may lead to something happening post Survivor Series. Maybe a tag match over at some point with Owens and Zayn versus Shane and a child.
Another. Yes, yeah.
I don't know. One of his kids. Yeah. Why not? I don't know.
I think I'm with you. This is definitely something that's post Survivor Series. Maybe Raw wins and then Owen and Zayn really get in Zayn's face and wind him up.
Yes, that sounds about right. And then that sounds about right. Yeah, I think that sounds more like it.
Yeah, that's it. And they go to him. See, mate, we was right. We really should have been on your team. Why wasn't we on there? If we had been on there, we would have won. Blah 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 blah.
So many ways.
I know. And that's the beauty of this. There are so many ways that this could go. Right, so I guess we should get onto the card itself for Survivor Series. So we're going to go through it sort of match by match, and then afterwards we'll sort of go maybe into predictions, or we'll just say predictions as and when, whatever sort of takes a fancy, really. So we're going to go with. We've sort of been talking about what we think the order's going to be. I don't know whether Paul really cares, but I mean, Enzo and Kalisto is the first match we think. That's on. I'm pretty sure that's on the pre-show, right?
Yeah, it's pretty sure.
Sure, yeah.
Right. Okay. Your thoughts? I mean, I'll sort of briefly say that fucking Enzo. I mean, since he's got in the cruiserweight division, it's lit a fucking fuse under it, as far as I consider. And apparently Neville might be coming back soon. Apparently he's had talks. We didn't even mention that fucking Neville walking out. But yeah, Neville walked out, apparently, allegedly, and now apparently he's having advanced talks with coming back, according to... I keep saying according to Meltzer because that's generally what I go with. But yeah, Enzo Kalisto, you guys talk.
No, it's pre-show. Filler nonsense. There'll be the usual, but Enzo's going to win. There's no point putting it back on Kalisto. No point doing a title change on pre-show. Just, yeah.
Yeah, this is going to be Enzo. Some sort of shenanigans with what's his name, Drew Gulak.
Yeah,
possibly.
Shout out to Drew Gulak. Right, I really like his character. I love it. There's something I saw where it's quite obvious that Drew Gulak as a character doesn't have any friends, or has not really had many friends, because he's following Enzo around, trying to make sure that he stays right next to him, just so that people can see that he's his friend. It's stupid little shit like that just sort of tweaks a character to make him from a cool character to just fucking stupid but awesome at the same time. I love Drew Gulak. It's brilliant. But yeah, back to this. It's Enzo, no question.
Yeah, easy.
Okay, right. Next one is the new Raw Tag Team Champions, The Bar, against the Usos, which, as a match, sets up to be awesome. Fucking phenomenal. This is going to be a quality match.
That's an opener. Just let them go for 15 and just start the show with a bang.
Yeah, I think it should be really, really good. I was sort of Shield versus Usos, but this match as well should be really good.
Oh, definitely. This is... I mean, with the way that Usos as characters are now, with the way they do things simple, yet it's effective, and Sheamus and Cesaro working together, they've got really good chemistry. Considering they were thrown together, they've developed into a proper formidable tag team now. And as long as Cesaro doesn't talk, it's all good. With that stupid fucking gum shield in his mouth where he has to talk.
Just ridiculous. But that's just ruined his promo skills. But but it's good. This match is going to be awesome. I can see it, like you say, going 15, 20 minutes. Just get everyone warmed up. Start the show off quite decently, and then I can't really pick a winner, to be honest. I think if I had to pick, I'd go Usos.
I would go Usos. I think just to give SmackDown a win. Looking at the rest of the card, I think
it's very Raw heavy, isn't it?
Give the Usos the win there. Like give SmackDown a good start of the show.
Yeah, you're right. I'm with you on that one. I think this has turned into a sort of predictions as well as while we go through, which is fine. Otherwise, it makes sense now. But yeah, Usos, I'm going for, to be honest. SmackDown are going to need a good start, and Raw will eventually catch up because it's quite obvious that they will. But it doesn't hurt the Bar if they lose to Usos. Usos as heels are awesome as it is. So yeah, Usos for me. Moving on, we have Miz Corbin, which I legitimately had to look up today. I didn't even know that was happening. So way to build that one up.
Yeah, man. Yeah, there's no mention of this on TV other than like Corey Grave or whatever, and the commentators talking how they've been going back and forth on Twitter. Yeah. But if you don't follow them, you've got no idea.
The backwards and forwards on Twitter where Miz went, "I will fuck you up," which I thought was quite cool.
I've not seen any of that. I don't know. I don't follow either of them. So other than that, I've done no build for this match. Which if they'd gone for it on TV, I think they could have done it really well.
It would have taken up valuable time, certainly for
Maybe,
SmackDown.
yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong, but can Corbin hold a mic on his own in a ring?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe
it
what
was
they're
it was
thinking.
perfect to do on. It was a perfect way to build on social media. I think. The thing is though is you saying that has reminded me of the whole feud. I didn't know that. As I said, I completely forgot all about it, which doesn't bode well to me personally.
No.
But hey, right. Who you guys got and why?
I'm gonna go Miz. I think I'm gonna go Miz. It keeps him going quite decently, and also it kind of keeps up the narrative of Corbin always blowing the big one, other than winning the US title.
Yeah. Sorry.
No, go on. No, I'm done.
I'm going to go Miz as well. I think he deserves a win after what he's done in recent weeks, and I can see him winning, stealing a win, maybe involving the dynamic duo that he's got there, Bo and Curtis Axel, helping him win, and then maybe Baron gets his heat back by cleaning house after the match or something like that.
That's so lazy. That's such a cheap way.
I
hate the cheap. I do hate that after a match where the heel does the finish on him just to get the or the loser does the finish on him just to go, oh yeah, but cheap heat for me. I'm surprised. I'm going for Corbin because he's a bastard.
Smackdown.
Yeah, well, because with the way that I've got it set up, the Raw are going to win 4-3, and it's going to go down to the men's thing. I'll explain later. But yeah, Corbin's winning, in my opinion. Next, we have Alexa Bliss, not Bliss, because I put one S in it for some reason, versus Charlotte, the new SmackDown champion. Who do you have, and why?
I'll go first again. I'm going to go for Charlotte. I think they're going to try and build up Charlotte quite big now, especially after the old Ric Flair 30 for 30 thing. Try and get some momentum on her. She's only just won the SD title, and it just makes sense in all ways up for me for Charlotte to beat Alexa. She's taller than her. She's better than her. Just
dominant.
Yeah, dominant. Yeah.
I'm going to flip that around. I'm going to go Alexa. Charlotte had her moment on SmackDown, but I think Alexa, more than Charlotte, needs a big win purely because of the future competitor she's going to face on the Raw side. She needs to look credible up against Asuka coming up. It cannot just be a destruction. So,
okay, I see where you're going with that one.
Yeah,
I mean, would it be a win via shenanigans?
Or
clean?
Possibly with Alexa. She is a heel at the end of the day, but I think getting the win just gives her a bit of momentum. And if they're going to beating Mickey James and stuff like that isn't really preparing you to face Asuka, is it? But if she beats Charlotte, I think that gives her a lot more credibility.
All right.
But it's a coin flip, to be honest.
That's a very bold strategy. I'm going for the obvious Charlotte on this one. Agreeing with what Bad Joke said about the whole 30 for 30 with Rick. Rick coming out makes it special. Rick might come out again because he's Rick. He has to be involved in some capacity. I mean, on paper, Charlotte has his hands down unless there's major shenanigans from Alexa Bliss, which Nia Jax could get involved, I suppose. No, it's going to be Charlotte, no question for me.
The most hilarious thing would be if Charlotte won, but then Alexa kicked her ass after the match, and then Carmella cashed in just completely randomly. That would.
I did think that.
And most after everything that happened on Tuesday, that would be like, wow.
Oh my god, that would be amazing, and that would dismantle the women's SmackDown team because Charlotte and Carmella are both in it.
Yeah, it would be like it would be chaos. Actually.
Yes. So. Now, in my running order, I've got the women's match straight after the women's match. So that's stupid of me. But okay, the next one for me is the women's 5-on-5 traditional SmackDown Raw thing, Survivor Series match. For the Raw team, we have Alicia Fox as captain, Nia Jax, Asuka, Sasha, and Bayley, which as a team is fucking beastly, against SmackDown's Becky Lynch, Charlotte, Naomi, Carmella, and Snuka. Who do you have and why? Let me guess who's going to win this one.
It's got to be Raw, innit? But then again, there's just one little silly doubt in my head because I'm thinking, how can you have Raw? Well, not to give a spoiler for what I'm going to say later, but I think Raw's going to win the men's one as well. So how can you have Raw win both of them? So they can't surely give them both. So maybe some sort of shenanigans, and maybe SmackDown win it, but I'm not sure. It all depends who they have coming in to the SD team, or because there's got to be some sort of shenanigans for someone changing if Carmella does cash in.
And this leads on to Paul's theory.
But just go on.
I was cut off.
oh, darling. Okay.
Oh dear.
We do apologise for our technical issues.
The podcast of technical difficulty, I think we'll call this one. I was just sitting there, and all I get is like Kangar. You're like, you light up on the thing, and it's going like us do it, and it's emotional because I'm like, I just wait for a minute, and then I wonder where I come back into the conversation.
Oh, Paul, I'm so sorry, mate.
Oh, it's all it's the joys of podcasting, shall we say?
Okay, so for you to catch you up, we have.
Yes.
Women's SmackDown versus Women's Raw, 5-on-5 It's not football. Where you had a theory that someone was going to be joining the SmackDown team.
Yes, yes. Okay, so I believe Nikki Bella might join the team as a shock.
I think it'll be Paige. I'll make that clear.
You think it'll be Paige after what?
Nah.
You've done a heel turn on me in the middle of the show. What is going on here?
This is my house.
It could easily be. They could have pulled her from the Raw because the Raw side was stacked anyway.
Yeah,
it's like, and they've already buried Bayley, so why not just stick Paige? For the SmackDown side, they need something, so it could be Paige. Nikki Bella, purely because Cena's there, I think. Pull her along. It's unexpected. She is a former champ. Gives it a bit of credibility. I keep thinking that what's her face Fox is going to go within like 10-15 seconds because she's been totally into the captain thing. If it's Nikki Bella that's last out as the mystery person, she comes into the ring, she's standing there, Fox starts giving her lip, she just gets the forearm to the face, cover, out of the match in the first 10 seconds. Total shock, great start of the match, gets everybody engaged. Blah,
and then
blah, blah.
Asuka kills her.
And then Asuka can kill her later. And like Becky Lynch and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, that's fine.
But,
that's perfectly plausible. Personally, to me, for this match, I don't really know how the match is going to go. I spoke about it before, but I'm not too sure. We all know that Raw's going to win. Unless there's major shenanigans, it's going to be a Raw win. So, when I say we all, but that's what I think is going to happen anyway. I'm going for Raw.
Yeah. The only way they're going to get Asuka out of there is if she goes completely mental and like somebody hits her by accident, that they're away to build to fight her before she meets the champ or whatever. So whether that's Nia or whether that's Sasha, just somebody makes a mistake that causes her to go mental.
Understood. Yeah.
And it could be one of those two. I mean, an Asuka Nia brawl would be pretty cool.
That would be cool.
When do women ever like brawl into the crowd and stuff? Imagine that happened with those two.
Yeah.
They
did.
That'd
They had a match in NXT a long time ago. I think I've mentioned this on the pod before. They had a match a long time ago, and Asuka fucking destroyed her.
Yeah.
But again, this was NXT. NXT and main roster's a completely different sort of kettle of fish. But yeah, it does build for something quite cool.
You could always have, Bliss and Nia are friends, even though they had their momentary split thing, which was just forgotten about. You could easily just have Nia turn on Asuka for no reason, but you find out on Raw it was a setup from Bliss to take Asuka out of the game. and everybody's questioning it because then Nia walks out in the team or any of these, you could set it up. You could do it quite clever if they want to. And it would hamper the Raw women and maybe give the SmackDown women a chance. You don't know.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Something like that as well. It depends what they've got in mind for Asuka, really. But she's not. There's no way she's going to get pinned, is there? Really? They've got to find a way.
No.
Well, her first loss is in her first proper competitive match. Nah, not a chance.
Exactly. So it would be shenanigans galore.
Yeah. Put through a table or something.
Count out brawl.
Yeah, that sounds DQ.
Yeah, DQ. Something that keeps her it keeps her strong.
Yeah. So who have you? Did Badjokes? Did you say who you had to win?
I'll go with a safe option. I'll go with Raw, but I have got a slightly nagging suspicion SmackDown could do it just because I can't see Raw winning both.
Okay. I can't remember whether Paul actually said whether who was going to win or not. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So next we have Shield versus the New Day.
This should be awesome as well.
To me, this is gonna be match of the night. I'm sorry, but it is. It's gonna be match of the night.
Yeah. It's got to be. This is gonna be awesome. This is gonna be pure. I don't say old school Shield, but Shield from when they first come along.
Yeah.
There's gonna be action everywhere, non-stop.
It's gonna be chaos. Is it traditional just 3-on-3 tag match, or is it tornado tag?
I think so. Yeah.
Good. Oh, it's gonna be amazing. I can't even say anything else. It's going to be Shield because you can't have because this is the first. No. They wrestled on Raw, which is their first match in years.
Yeah.
Made no sense to do that. Why didn't they just sort of bring it back the day for the pay-per-view? But yeah, Shield will win it. No question to me.
Definitely.
New Day don't need the win. Shield do. Well, to be fair, Roman needs the win. Roman needs it more than anything.
That'll be it. It will probably be Roman right at the end, spearing Biggie or something.
Yeah, but Roman as a person needs a win. He needs that fan favourite shit because this is going to lead to the Reigns heel turn. He's going to be the one that turns on the Shield and goes full heel.
Wishful thinking.
Yes, wishful thinking because that's what it's going to be. I'm telling you, that's what it's going to be.
I'm going for a New Day one.
Oh. Fuck you. Sorry, that was ridiculous. I don't know why I said that.
Because New Day rocks, and that's it. So
fair play. No fair play to you.
I am going New Day because I actually think they need the win more than the Shield, and they'll steal it in a shocker. There's always a shock.
Nah.
They'll steal it. They'll beat like Ambrose or Rollins can take a pin. It means Roman doesn't get pinned. I just think it'll give that New Day some bragging rights for a bit.
I hate that every argument that you make makes sense.
Yeah,
it's like I want to argue what you're saying, but what you're saying makes total fucking sense.
I can make complete nonsense into sense. It's like
it's a gift. You've got a fucking gift, mate. I swear to God.
Well, that's it. And you can build that into the Shield split up. Whoever gets pinned, they can start saying, "Oh, you're the weak link."
Exactly. Can cause frustration.
Reigns is going heel. Reigns is going full blown heel.
There was rumour of the Ambrose turning on Rollins thing.
Yes, I heard about this as well.
So there was rumours of that. So how did they build it? Could they have it just the seeds planted here? Just maybe a mistake in the Shield even? Just completely unexpected. Maybe not. They might just do the old reunion thing, just have a match, Shield win, blah, blah, blah. But I just feel like give the New Day something. Give them something. Imagine the bragging rights they would have for months they could do off that. They could promo the arse out of things anyway, but it just gives them something fresh.
Well, aren't they sort of very, very, very slowly leaning towards Kofi starting to challenge for belts?
Hopefully.
Apparently that's awesome. In the long-term works. Kofi going for belts, Paul. Kofi's going for belts.
Oh, don't do this to me. Don't make me
No. I would love a Kofi versus AJ match for the title.
You know what? See if they did that. I said this with the agenda. If they did that at the next pay-per-view, they had like a little SmackDown tournament to get the next number one contender before the Rumble or whatever. Is it SmackDown or Raw next? Anyway, I don't even know. I've lost. But
No,
even
I
have a
think so.
mini tournament on SmackDown. Kofi ends up winning it. As you say, Kofi v AJ. You could put them out there 20 minutes, build it up, win or lose. At least it would be good.
Yeah, it would be a really good match. I think that
Yeah.
would be that'd be a really good match.
So
Okay, speaking of AJ, we should move on to arguably, we know Lesnar's going to win this. Let's be brutally honest. We know Lesnar's going to win this.
I'm going AJ. No.
Fuck you. No, we're not doing this. I'll tell you what, though. You're just being contrary for the sake of it, man. Right. We forgot to mention the Heyman promo on Monday and the Daniel Bryan promo on Tuesday, which was incredible. I
Both of them
loved
so
it.
good.
Heyman can hold a crowd in his hands, no problem.
Yeah.
But Daniel Bryan, I knew he was good at promos. I knew he could handle the mic and stuff. But Jesus, what a promo that was.
he cut the promo he's wanted to do on Lesnar himself, I think. He just kind of...
Yeah. Definitely. I thought that was incredible. But yeah, the match itself, Lesnar versus AJ Styles, I don't know how they're going to go. They're definitely not going to do a squash match. It's not going to be a 30-second couple of F5s, you're done, or 5 suplexes, then you're over. It's not going to be that at all. It's going to be AJ's going to get some offense in. It's going to be tight, and then once, because Daniel Bryan's argument, thinking about it, is Lesnar can't last. So AJ's going to hang on, take a couple of big bumps, get some close falls, but then Lesnar's going to tire a bit. AJ's going to get back into it, hit phenomenal forearm. He won't take the Styles Clash. No way Lesnar will take the Styles Clash.
No.
But he'll take the phenomenal forearm, a 450 maybe. He'll get a close fall, and then Lesnar will wake up and do a couple of F5s and it'll be over. That's what I think it'll be. Because the way that Daniel Bryan's built it about AJ, that AJ's got the endurance and Lesnar doesn't.
Yeah.
So, to me, that's what I think is going to happen.
And I think Heyman, when he mentioned Balor as well in the promo, which I thought was pretty
That
cool.
was clever.
Because obviously Balor beat AJ in that match at the last pay-per-view. And I think there's a little subtle foreshadowing there of possible Balor v Lesnar, which I've been thinking about.
I don't really want to see it.
Well, I just think it would be quite cool because if you get the Demon King is protected, so you get Demon King v Lesnar, who wins that? If it's Balor v Lesnar, you kind of think, right, okay. But you do the whole Demon King gimmick, you suddenly think, who's going to actually take that? Who would win that match? And if they build AJ pretty strong here, and he goes the distance and nearly beats Brock but just fails, then it builds for Balor to possibly do the same.
God, can you imagine if Balor beats fucking Demon King, the Demon King, beats
beats Brock
Lesnar, and then we get a belt on Raw again regularly.
Oh, that is what Raw needs. That is the one thing Raw needs to make it better. A champion who's on there every week, showing it or fighting, maybe not defending it all the time, but at least on there to say, I'm the champ, I'm the best. This is all
Jinder
what
did that on
everyone's
SmackDown, and no one
fighting for.
fucking liked it.
Yeah, that was Jinder. Christ,
Yeah.
that was Jinder. I mean, they could have given it to Hornswoggle when he would done the same.
Hornswoggle.
And that's why you need, like you said, you need a good champion, because Balor, you could put him up against guys on Raw for the title, like you can do with AJ on SmackDown now. You can put guys against them, face or heel. You can do it, and you think, oh, Christ, that'll be a good match.
So it'll sell out house shows because the title will be going on the road again.
Yeah,
Because you'll start selling some house shows again. Right, I didn't actually ask who you guys had and why, but I think we already know who it's going to be. But go on, who have you got and why?
Okay, it's got to be Lesnar. It's got to be Lesnar.
Yep.
As much as I would love AJ Styles to win it would make no sense for Styles to win it. They've got to keep Lesnar strong going forward to Mania, and then hopefully he goes to Mania, he loses, and he buggers off.
Yeah, it's going to be Brock. If they're still, I don't know what they're going to do with Roman. I've got this inkling about Balor, but you never know with Roman. For the title. But yeah, I think it'll be Brock. But I think Styles will be booked very strong in the match. I think they'll have him take him to places that he maybe hasn't gone in terms of durability and things. And he's still. I hope they have AJ kick out of an F5 because it's
they will.
F5's been like a beast recently, where it's like you hit it, it's done all of a sudden, which has been like when he fought Joe and Braun and stuff like that. It's strange.
AJ took super AAs and survived.
Exactly.
Survived. He should take an F5 and get up.
Yeah. So
Logically,
Styles will take him deep, but just gets caught. He'll go phenomenal forearm, caught F5.
Yeah. Oh yeah. That'll be the end. Or it may even get a catching him in a mid 450. Catch him in a mid springboard 450. Oh, that would be incredible. But yeah, we've all got Lesnar for that. Let's be honest. Right. Okay. Moving on to the main event. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the main event, isn't it? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
It's the men's 5-on-5 traditional Survivor Series match. Seriously, every time I try and say that, I run out of breath. So, for the Raw side, we have Kurt Angle as the captain, Triple H, who replaced Jason Jordan, as we spoke earlier on, not Demon King. I put down Demon King. It's not. It's just Finn Balor. And Samoa Joe. Fucking badass team. Looks proper rock solid team. And for the and for the SmackDown team, that's what I meant to say, we've got Shane McMahon as captain, John Cena, who got brought in at the beginning of this week as well. Did he replace anyone, or was he just brought in for shits and giggles?
Just brought in.
Just brought in. Fuck it. Randy Orton, Nakamura, and Bobby Roode. Who do you have and why, Mr. Bad Jokes?
Who have I got? I'm gonna. It all depends on if Kevin Owens and Zayn do get involved. It all depends on that. But I'm gonna say Raw. Yeah. Easy option. Triple H is there. Triple H doesn't lose other than that Mania.
Paul's got the contentious side of him going now.
Go on.
What I hope is that this is a chance to put Braun over the moon. And they could do that here. They could have him last against 1 or 2 or 3 of the SmackDown team due to all sort of shenanigans.
Yeah.
But
I like the sound of that.
I've got a bad feeling they're going to have him get wiped out by multiple finisher nonsense. And it's going to come down to H and Angle against Cena and Orton. And I'm just going to slip my wrists at that point. Part of me just, as I said before we even started, they seem to book SmackDown to win the main events of these things, whether it's bragging rights or previous times it's happened.
Yeah.
For some reason, SmackDown always seems to come out on top, bizarrely. But I don't know. Will H do the job? It's a draw.
Who would Trips do the job to? On the SmackDown team, who would Trips do the job to? You got to look at it. There's no way H is going to get log out. Is going to be eliminated early. No way. So got.
I mean, and that's why you could have Demon King and Joe have a bit of a fallout and one of them cost the other one getting eliminated or something. Then H maybe could just hit Angle with a pedigree out of random, walk out on the team even because he doesn't give a. He just wanted to be there to get to Angle or something. Because they're wanting to build that much, and that leaves Braun, and then he has to tear through whatever's left. And Orton's like Mr. Survivor Series, so
oh shit, yeah,
exactly. He's like the man at Survivor. So they could give Braun. I just think this is a time. Give him the. He beats Orton. He beats Cena in one night. You've just done what they did with like Jericho beating The Rock and Austin in the same night. Just let him do it, and then
it's time to pull the trigger on Braun.
Let's
be honest. It's time. He's ready. He's ready now.
Yeah.
He was ready before. I mean, did you guys saw his reaction when sort of quote unquote come out of the dumpster like fucking Terminator and him running along the top of the limo? That was the funniest fucking thing I've ever seen.
He's a total cartoon character, but it's amazing.
It's not only that, he's a really nice bloke as well.
Oh, he is.
And he's a really cool guy. And it's his time now. We don't want another Summer of Punk where they fucked it up. This is the time for Braun. Because he is clearly a fucking face right now. I mean, you never know Kane's going to fucking interfere. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be surprised if he does.
And that's what I'm just hoping the Trips, Cena, and that leave your egos at the door and make this about getting some, even if it was Balor, Braun, Joe, just somebody else, just give them the rub.
Yeah. I mean, okay, I'll leave this to you. Who do you think is going to be the first eliminated? Who do you think will be the first eliminated? I realise
first eliminated?
Yes, I realise I cut out there, so...
no, it's all right. First up. Whoa.
Shane, maybe? Just a surprise, a shock.
I'm going Nakamura.
Oh.
Tough one on Nakamura.
I'm going Balor if he's Balor because of Joe.
Joe.
Just to give Team Smackers an advantage. I think there's going to be something with Balor and Joe that goes wrong because they're building to them two having a fight down the line.
It's going to be a good one as well, that, isn't it?
So Joe could be an utter twat to him and basically cost. I don't know. Something could happen. Because I can see Joe's smug face standing next to Triple H as Balor's eliminated, and it's like, what the heck are you doing, Joe?
Mm-hmm.
But an Angle going mental about it, or there's so many booking possibilities in this match.
Yeah.
It's off the chain.
Definitely.
I'm just dreading the inevitable 2004 tag team match that we might end up with.
Yeah.
And Bobby Roode just seems so out of place.
Yeah, what is he doing there?
He's there for his entrance.
Yeah.
Right. Okay then. So we've been going on for a long time now, so we need answers. So ignoring sort of first eliminated, who have you guys got to win this? Starting Joe, not Joe. What the fuck am I talking about? Bad jokes.
Who have I got winning? Got to say Raw.
Yep.
Got to say Raw. You, Paul?
Paul, who have you got to win?
Sorry, blooming thing.
Okay.
You there?
Yeah, we're here, mate. Who have you got to win? Fuck's
We'll
sake.
get there. We'll get to who I've got.
Yeah, who have you got? Who have you got to win the men's thing? Go. Fuck.
Raw.
Done. Right.
Raw.
Okay then. Raw. Right. Okay. Seeing as we are still suffering from what can be described as shitty connection problems, I think we're going to end it here, guys. Because good lord, we've been talking for a long time. Maybe some editing going on here on this one.
A little bit.
Yeah, just a smidge. So. Just a teeny tiny bit. So, guys, this is going to be it now. We're ending the thing now. We are going to be back after Survivor Series. We're going to do another podcast. That's me, Kangar FM, will be tweeting from the count. My kid's waking up. Brilliant. I'm going to be tweeting from the Backstage Brawl Podcast Twitter account, which you'll be able to see somewhere when I'll put it up. I'll be tweeting from there, live tweeting Survivor Series. Oh, good lord. So, say goodbye, everyone. I need to go take care of my kids. See you in a minute.
Goodbye.
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 Oh, God.